Write each power of I in the standard form, and then we can perform the indicated operation. As a reminder, the standard form is a real number plus or minus a real number multiple of I. So the first thing that we'll do is look at I to the 107 and I to the 22 power individually, express these in standard form, and then subtract them. To get I to the 107 power in standard form, first we need to figure out how many groups of 2 we can create out of the 107 that we start with. So we begin by dividing 107 by 2. How many groups of 2 are there? 107 divided by 2 is 53.5. So we have 53 complete groups of 2, which means that we will then have I squared to the 53 power. This is how many groups of 2 we can create. After we've paired up all of these i's, let's notice that 53 times 2 is 106, so all of this together is I to the 106, which means that we still need to multiply by one more I in order to create the 107 i's that we started with. Let's recall that I squared is the same thing as -1, and so we can replace this I squared with -1 so that we have -1 raised to the 53 power multiplied by I. -1 raised to the 53 power is -1, so this is -1 times I, or -I. Let's do this again for I to the 22. So we're trying to figure out how many groups of 2 we can create out of 22 i's. So we divide the 22 i's that we have into groups of 2 to see that we have 11 groups. So we have I squared 11 times, and this time we don't have any leftovers. This is the complete I to the 22 that we originally started with. So remember, I squared is -1, and when we raise -1 to the 11th power, we get -1. So we're going to replace I to the 22 with -1 in the equation above. So I to the 107 is -I, and we'll replace this I to the 107 with -I. From that, we're going to subtract I to the 22 power, and we'll replace that with -1. So subtracting I to the 22, we replace I to the 22 with -1, and from here we simplify. This becomes -I plus 1. We actually prefer to see that real component first and the imaginary component second. Since our I is now raised to the +1 power and we have a real number plus or minus a real number multiple of I, we consider this to be finished since it's in the standard form. Let's see another example of this. Here we have several powers of I, and so the first thing that we want to do is look at each of these powers of I individually, write them in standard form, and then use these standard form substitutions back in the original expression and perform the indicated operation. So let's start with I to the 23. We want to determine how many groups of 2 are present with 23 i's. So we're looking to say 23 i's divided into groups of 2 yields 11.5. So that means we have 11 complete groups of 2 with one more I that's needed in order to create the full 23 i's that we started with. Remember, I squared is -1, so this is -1 raised to the 11th power, and then we're still multiplying by I to the first. -1 raised to the 11th power is still -1, and when we multiply that by I, we get -I. So we're going to substitute -I in for I to the 23 power when we evaluate this expression. Now let's look at I to the 10th power. So we say if we have 10 i's, how many groups of 2 can be created? We can create 5 groups of 2, and I squared raised to the 5th power is all of the 10 i's that we started with, so we don't need to multiply by any additional i's. I squared is -1. -1 raised to an odd power is still -1, and so -1 is what we're going to substitute in for I to the 10th when we perform this computation. Now let's look at I to the 17. When we have 17 i's, we want to figure out how many groups of 2 can be created. So when we divide 17 by 2, we get 8.5. So we have 8 complete groups of 2, and altogether this makes 16 of the 17 i's that we started with. So we need to multiply by one more I to get all 17 of them. Again, we're going to substitute -1 in for I squared, which is then being raised to the 8th power, and then we multiply by I. -1 to an even power is going to be +1 times I, which is just I, So we'll substitute I in for I to the 17 when we complete the computation above. So now let's substitute and evaluate. In for I to the 23, we're going to substitute negative I. So this is negative I times 2 multiplied by I to the 10th, and in for I to the 10th, we're going to substitute negative 1. So we open up a hole where I to the 10th was, and we plug negative 1 into that spot, minus I to the 17. So from this, we're going to subtract whatever is going to be substituted in for I to the 17, which is just I. So I goes in for I to the 17, and we close this outer set of parentheses and then evaluate. Since we have several sets of parentheses, I'm going to change these outermost parentheses to brackets, and that makes it a little easier to see and evaluate this quantity. So let's start with the negative I on the outside, and again open up this bracket. Inside here we have 2 times negative 1, which is going to be negative 2. And from that we subtract I, and then close the bracket. Now let's distribute this I into the parentheses so that we get positive 2I plus I squared. Now in this computation, we've generated another I squared. Anytime we see an I squared, we replace that with negative 1, so this becomes 2I plus, take out the I squared and replace it with negative 1. So now we have 2I minus 1, and the preferred standard form will have the real number that comes first and the imaginary that comes second. So negative 1 plus 2I is the standard form of the complex number that results from this expression.